All right, welcome to my yoga class. This is for my Vinyasa 300 training. I'm Emily Peterson. We are going to walk through a series that'll bring us to a peak and crow, and maybe even talk around what I've been learning again with my yamas and niyamas. So find a comfortable position laying on your back. Allow yourself to take up a lot of space. So if you normally enter Shavasana with your hands by your sides, maybe bring them up overhead, fingertips reaching above you. Perfect. Allow yourself here to just melt into your mat and just start to get the wiggles out and allow your body and your head to kind of start to come together. I like to think about dropping from my head into my body. So taking a few moments to find a comfortable spot. If your low back is feeling a little bit compromised, you can bend your knees and draw your feet towards your glutes and heel toe your feet to the outside edges of your mat and allow gravity to let your knees fall into center. So a couple shakes, a couple shimmies, and then just arrive onto your mat and find some stillness. Arrive into your mat and just start to become aware of your breaths, your inhales and your exhales. Nothing to change about them right now, just to become aware. Become aware of how long your inhales are, if they're feeling a little tense, or if they're short, sporadic. Once you become aware of your own breath going on right now, start to elongate your inhales and elongate your exhales. Consciously breathe in for 5 counts. Exhale for 5 counts. On your next inhale, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. Open mouth, exhale, let it all out. Good. Now we'll add on the other side. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow your breath to regain its normal cadence. Again, bring that awareness to matching your inhales to your exhales. Filling up your belly on those inhales. Maybe your low back presses into the ground, feeling the expansion along your low back. If your eyes aren't already closed, feel free to blink them shut if you feel safe, or allow the lids to be heavy. For class today, you have all the options you want. You can breathe any way you want, but an option here tonight is for your Ujjayi Pranayama. And that is through your nose and out your nose. So seal up your lips, inhale through your nose, fill up your belly, exhale through your nose, let it go. To add on to this, inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, constrict the muscles in the back of your throat as if you're fogging up the glass on a mirror. It's going to have texture to it. It's going to be audible. Your inhale, there is no constriction through your nose. As you exhale with constriction, making it sound. This is yours throughout class. Is to keep your body focused, keep your mind on your inhales and your exhales, and to also build a little bit of heat in your body as we're rolling through our vinyasa practice. It'll also help you link your movements to your breath. So we're going to aim for moving with our inhales and moving with our exhales. One movement, one breath. wherever you are here in Shavasana. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, filling up your belly, pressing your low back into your mat. Big open mouth exhale, let it all out. When you're ready, start to rock your head from side to side, introducing some nice movements. Maybe give that dog a little scratch. When you're ready, take a big inhale, reach your arms up overhead, or just take a big inhale. As you exhale, draw your knees into chest, grab your shins with your arms, and bring your chest up to your knees, and just give yourself a nice little squeeze on the ground. Just rolled up into a little ball. Lifted up. Shoulders are the only thing lifted up. There you go, perfect. And as you exhale, slowly start to rock the length of your spine up and down until you can rock all the way up to find a nice comfortable seat. Perfect. From here, we're just going to take a nice easy seat. So I like to have both of my legs kind of down. It can just be crisscross. You can be in hero pose if that is your preference, but whatever you prefer. So easy seat, hands on our knees, take a nice breath. And as you exhale, draw your shoulders over your hips, and then draw your chin in towards your throat while drawing the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. So you're right here, you're finding a nice long spine, and you're stacking everything on top of each other. And you're engaging your belly just to make sure that you can balance those shoulders over your hips. So from here, start to rock side to side. You can kind of feel those two hip points right there underneath you. If you want, you can grab your glutes and kind of remove that flesh from underneath and really ground those two hip points down into the earth. So wherever you are, take another inhale, nice long spine. And as you exhale, start to make big circles around your seat. So imagine there's a point right below your seat that you're rolling around. And think about inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you go around the back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Good. Feeling that spine kind of starting to lasso around your hips. Once you get to the top, switch directions. Really start to come back over those hips. Perfect. Chest comes forward a little bit. One more round wherever you are, and then come to a nice tall neutral spine. Take an inhale up, exhale, relax those shoulders down and back. Good. Hands on your knees. As you inhale, you're going to draw your chest forward for seated cow posture. So inhale, you're dragging forward, dropping your belly, dropping your chest. I like to drag on my knees a little bit and pull my chest through. Gaze lifts up just a little bit. Big inhale. As you exhale, push your spine to the back of your mat. Press through your shoulders. Gaze goes to your navel for seated cat posture. Good. Inhale, pull that chest back through for cow. Good. Match it to those inhales, exhales. Exhale, push back for cat. I love grabbing the fronts of my knees and really getting a stretch here. Now we're matching it up to your rhythm, your breath. So inhale for cow, exhale for cat. If you want, you can even add in a little bit of that barrel roll that we started with as you roll through whatever feels good here for you guys. Just getting into that spine, starting to move and flex, feeling what's good and what we're staying away from today. Remember, inhale cow, exhale cat. Take one more round here. Good. Exhale. Coming back to that nice neutral spine. Hands on our knees. Take an inhale. Roll those shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale. Draw your shoulder blades together and down your spine. Good. Inhale. Reach your arms up. Palms face one another. Tracking those pinkies in just a little bit. Biceps are going to be pressing back aligned with those ears. Good. Take a big breath. As you exhale, turn to the right. Left hand comes to right knee. Right hand comes behind you. Just getting a nice little twist here. Nice and gentle. No reason to really press or even look over that right shoulder. So wherever you are, pressing into that twist and pressing in a good way, just stacking your spine like we were sitting earlier. Taking those nice big belly breaths. even exhales with the option of the Ujjayi Pranayama. Good. One more breath here. Feel the twist in the belly. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale your right fingertips up. Look up. Exhale, release your right hand to your left knee for a little crisscross cat. Press through your back. As you inhale, rise, lift up your hands, and then you're going to go for a little eagle arms wrap. So you should kind of be already crisscrossed. You can bring the backs of your palms together, or you can double wrap to bring the palm to palm. If this doesn't feel good, opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Eagle arms is where we're heading. Think about bringing your shoulders back over your hips. Inhale your elbows up. Press your forearms away from you. Good. Take a nice inhale. Stay for your exhale. Good. Gently unravel those arms. Inhale. Reach your fingertips up. Palms face one another. Exhale to the left side this time. Right hand to left knee. Left fingertips come behind you. Nice tall spine. If you feel like you're pressing forward just a little bit, bring your shoulders back over your hips. With every inhale, feel that belly fill up and press against your twist. And with every exhale, think about shifting into that twist just 1 centimeter more. If it feels right, you can start to peek over that left shoulder if it feels right in your neck. One more inhale here. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale your left fingertips up, look up. Exhale, release your left hand to your right knee, little cat, crisscross cat. Inhale, raise your arms up, palm to palm grip, eagle arms. You can bring the backs of your hands together, or you can wrap the palm to palm, or you can go opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Our right arm is under, left arm is over, or it's just opposite of what you did last time. Take a moment here just to pause in this little twist. Shoulders come back over your hips, elbows go up, forearms come away from you. Take another inhale here. Really press that breath through your shoulders. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, release that arm twist, reach up. Exhale, plant your palms in front of you, roll over your knees, and come to sit your hips towards your heels. Perfect, yes. So we're just gonna do a little wrist stretch. I'm trying to I keep maneuvering to make sure you guys can get the best view, so sorry. So we're just gonna do a few wrist stretch. Take your hands out in front of you, flex your palm away. Good, take an inhale. As you exhale, flex your palms down, palms to face you. Inhale, flex them up. Fingers nice and wide. Exhale, flex them down. Holding them there, lean forward, place the backs of your hands on the mat, lifting your hips a little bit away so your shoulders are a little more over your hips. Take a nice inhale here, fingers are wide, backs of your palms against the mat. As you exhale, let your hips gently sink back towards your heels so you feel just a little stretch in the front of those wrists. Holding your position, maybe gently sinking your hips just a little bit lower to your heels if it feels right. Take one more breath here. Bring your shoulders back over your wrists. Lift your hips away from your heels. Exhale, plant your palms on the mat, fingers wide, heels of your hand towards you. Take an inhale, and then start to rock your shoulders over your fingertips, just very gently, feeling a flex in the front of the wrist now, or the back of the wrist. Exhale, release your hips towards your heels. Once more, just like that. Inhale, lift your hips away from your heels, shoulders over your fingertips. Good. Exhale, release your hips back towards your heels. Setting your hips back towards your heels, shoulders over your hips. Come up and just start to flip out, just like shake your wrists out. We're just kind of waking everything up. We just stretched out the fronts, the backs. So you flick your hands away from you and then flick your hands towards you. It always feels super weird. Just waking that joint up, maybe back and forth, whatever feels good. A couple of rolls of the wrist one direction and rolls opposite direction. Perfect. All right, Coming back to that tabletop position, shoulders are over wrists, knees are under hips. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift up your heels. Exhale, start to walk your hands back towards your feet, your whole foot. So right now you're in a ragdoll position. Big generous bend in your knees. Release the crown of your head towards the mat so your gaze goes between your legs. Feet are going to be wider than hip width. You can even bring them maybe to the outside edges of your mat. So whatever feels good here. Ragdoll pose. Option to grab opposite hand, opposite elbow. Maybe sway from side to side, maybe a little bounce, or maybe you just stay still. Just remembering wherever you are, big generous bend in those knees. Think about connecting your belly to the tops of your thighs. Couple deep breaths here. If you grab for opposite elbow, opposite hand, reverse your grip. All right, bring your hands underneath you. We're gonna do a little bit of a little flow here. So with yogi squat, we are going to inhale, come to a little halfway lift, flat back. Your chest is parallel to the mat below you. If your fingertips can stay on the mat or they can come to your shins, maybe even just bring them to your shins for this first one so you can really draw your shoulders down and away. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, release back to that ragdoll. Fingers are on the ground. Inhale, lift. As you exhale this time, drop your hips down, going into a little yogi squat. Perfect. If you have a block or a pile of books or a pillow, you can always place that underneath those hips. Wherever you are, take one breath here. Press your elbows into your knees. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a nice big breath. Stay for your exhale. Return your hands to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips back up. A little ragdoll. Exhale, drop your hips down. Yogi squat. Good. Inhale, lift up, hips up, look through your legs. Exhale, drop those hips down, yogi squat. Good. Inhale, lift back up. Good. Exhale, heel toe your feet about hip width distance apart. As you exhale, walk your hands forward a little bit. Drop your knees to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch and your knees slightly parted underneath your chest. And we're walking into classic child's pose. So instead of your knees really, really wide, bring your knees slightly together. Walk your hands up to the top of the mat. Rest your forehead there on the ground. If this does not feel comfortable, you can open up your knees just a little bit more. Just don't go as wide as the edges of your mat. Take a breath here as your forehead is pressed into your mat. Breathe in, feel the expansion in your low back. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Good, one more just like that. Inhale through your nose, fill up your belly, feel your back stretch. Big open mouth exhale. Option here to set a little mini intention for yourself. Something to dedicate your practice to, something that'll keep you through when you're sweating or feeling like you want to give up a little bit. I love to tell myself not to steal from myself. So no stealing from this moment, no stealing from the postures. Allow yourself to be here right now. Another little mantra can be, you are strong. So anything that you want today, take a nice deep breath in. Hold that mantra to the front of your mind. Big open mouth exhale, send it all out, set that intention. On your next inhale, draw your shoulders over your wrists. Modified high plank. Perfect. Dropping your hips a little bit, your knees are connected into the mat, tops of your feet. Tops of your feet are pressing into the mat, shoulders are over your wrists. Take one breath here and shorten the distance between the tops of your hips and the bottom of your rib cage. So point your hip points up towards your face. Good. Take one more breath. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, shift those shoulders slightly forward. Exhale, lower your belly all the way down, drawing your elbows behind you. Releasing your chin into the mat. Take a breath here. Good. On your next inhale, using your back muscles, lift your chest off of the mat. Gaze stays below you for cobra pose. Hips press into the mat, tops of the feet press into the mat, shoulders lift up. Exhale, release your chin. One more cobra. Inhale, lift up. Little to no weight in those hands. As you exhale, press into your palms, send your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. Forehead melts into the earth. Take a little breath here. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, let it go. This is a little mini chaturanga. Let's roll through it one more time. Inhale, roll your shoulders over your palms, modified plank. Hold this pose. Shorten the distance between your hips and your low ribs by pointing your hips up towards your face. Take an inhale, shift your shoulders over your fingers. Exhale, release your belly all the way to the mat, elbows point behind you. On your inhale, use your back muscles to lift your chest off of the mat for cobra. Exhale, press into your palms, send your hips towards your heels, child's pose. Beautiful. Take a breath right here, yogis. Coming up to that modified high plank again, shoulders over wrists, knees still on the ground. Step onto the ball point of your right foot. Step onto the ball point of your left foot, up into that high plank. Fingers are wide on the mat, micro bend in your elbows, charging through your heels. Draw your belly in as if there's a fire underneath you. Press through that space between your shoulders. Focus on pressing into your thumb and your pointer finger to help alleviate any pain on the heel of your hand. Take one breath here. As you exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Big generous bend in your knees for this first down dog of class. Option to pedal out your heels. Release one heel to the mat, bend the opposite knee, and then switch. Any wiggles or fidgets you like, take them now. Checking in with our alignment, our feet are about hip width distance apart. Generous bend in our knees. Hips are reaching up towards the ceiling and back towards the wall behind you. Hands are about shoulder width, maybe a little wider. Elbows are generous, have a micro bend. Shoulders are away from our ears. Pressing into our palms to press our belly towards our thighs. Take one breath here in downward facing dog. Inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. All right. Inhale, shift your shoulders over your palms, high plank. Hold here, take a breath. Charging through your heels, pressing into your thumb and your pointer finger. On your next inhale, press through your toes. As you exhale, lower your belly all the way to the ground. Resist all the way down. Inhale, press your hips, or press up away from the mat, lifting your hips, thighs, knees, and shins off the mat for up dog. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Take a breath here. One more time for our chaturanga flow. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Take a breath. Exhale, stay here. Take an inhale, press through your toes, shift forward. As you exhale, you can drop all the way to your belly or lower to halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, flip to the tops of your feet, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Chaturanga is always an option. It's never mandatory, so if it doesn't serve you, definitely don't do it. All right, take one breath here, downward facing dog. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, release your hips, your heels just a little bit more towards the mat. Inhale, look up to see your hands. Exhale, walk your feet to meet your hands, forward fold. Take a moment here, heel toe feet together. I like to bring my big toes to touch with a couple inches of space between my heels, a nice little bend in my knees as my belly presses onto my thighs. Crown of my head hangs towards the floor, gaze between your feet. Gaze between your legs. Take a breath here, forward fold. Inhale, draw your fingertips to shins. Chest parallel to the mat below you for a halfway lift. Draw your shoulders down and away as you exhale, holding here for just a moment. Belly draws in. Bring your tailbone to point up toward, or your hip points to point up towards your face, closing the distance between your hips and your ribs. Exhale, release back to that forward fold. Gaze between your legs. Inhale slowly, taking your time, rolling up to mountain pose. Arms down along your side, shoulders over your hips. Your head is the last to arrive. Take a breath here. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, bring your shoulders down your spine. Inhale, sweep your arms up for upward salute. Palms face one another, pinkies track in, biceps by your ears. Take a breath. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back. Option here for chaturanga or meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, send your hips back for downward facing dog. Good. I'm gonna flow through that one movement, one breath. I'm gonna go nice and slow, mostly like a slow flow. Take a breath here, fill up. Open mouth, exhale. This is our sun salutation. Inhale, look to see your hands. Exhale, walk hands to feet, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll to mountain pose. Exhale once you reach the top. Inhale, reach up, upward salute, fingertips reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge over your hips. Inhale, fingertips to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, high plank. Chaturanga or meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, press through your toes. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, send your hips back for downward facing dog. Woo. Take a breath here. Big open mouth exhale. One more flow. Inhale, look forward to see your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll to stand, mountain pose. Exhale, once you reach the top. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, upward salute. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Chaturanga or meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Beautiful work, you guys. Take a big inhale here, fill up. Exhale, let it all go. On your next inhale, lift your right heel up to the ceiling, three-legged down dog. Keep your right hip down in line with your left. Flex your right foot, heel up, toes down. Good, take a breath. As you exhale, draw your right knee to your right elbow as high as you can, maybe even up into your armpit. Hold for here, one breath. Inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Good. Drop down to that left knee. Inhale, fingertips up, supported high lunge. Good. So our left knee can be dropped down, or if you're feeling spicy already, you can lift that up into this nice high lunge. But just taking a moment here, checking in with alignment. Bring your shoulders back over your hips, biceps in line with ears. If your shoulders are not here for it, hands can come to heart center. Take a breath here in high lunge. Good. As you exhale, drop your back left heel, arms open to a T, warrior two. Your hips are open to the left side of the mat. Gonna turn so I can face you guys. Warrior two, right foot is forward, right arm is forward, left arm back. Take your shoulders, bring them back over your hips. You got this. Think as if you have one foot on a dock and one foot on a boat and you're trying to bring everything in together. Really press down into your feet and bring everything together. Yes, you got this. Take a nice inhale here. Exhale, settle into that front right knee just a little bit more. Good. Inhale, go to take up space, come up for star pose. Both legs are straight, arms are reaching up. Good. As you exhale, toes out, heels in. Exhale, as you exhale, come down into goddess pose. Hands at heart center, dropping your hips down towards between your knees. If you want, your hands can come to your knees. I love doing this one. Allowing your spine to go long. As you exhale, drop one shoulder in for a nice gentle twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop the opposite shoulder into the middle for a twist. Inhale, come back to center. Goddess pose, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, take up space, star pose. Bring your toes in and now your heels out. Good, so toes are in, heels are out. Inhale, reach up. As you exhale, start to fold forward, arms out. Keep a little bend in those knees. As you release your fingertips to the mat, 5 wide-legged forward fold. So legs are nice and wide, fingertips are on the mat. Start to bring your hips towards your heels rather than letting your buns go way far behind them. Kind of bring them back in line. Good. Whew, take a nice breath here. If you want, you can walk your arms, your hands a little bit more far out in front of you for a wide-legged downward facing dog. Really nice to have your heels grounded on the earth, waking up those hamstrings, lengthening out that spine. Take one breath wherever you are. Big exhale. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders on that inhale. Think about a little halfway lift. As you exhale, walk back to frame your front right foot. So you're gonna low lunge again. Top of your mat, perfect. Yes. From here, you're gonna inhale, take a step up halfway from your mat. Your left foot is about 2 feet behind your front right foot. We're going into pyramid pose. So fingertips to shins. You're going to draw your right hip back, left hip forward. Think about your right foot and your left foot being on 2 separate planes rather than a tight line. So if you feel like you're walking a tightrope right now, heel toe your right foot out to the right a little bit. Perfect. Fingertips to shins, take a nice breath, pull your chest through. And as you exhale, walk your fingertips down your right leg, laying your belly onto your right thigh. Little micro bend in that front right knee. Pyramid pose. Yes, there you go, guys. So yeah, Rebecca, think about bringing that right foot to the front of your mat, and then that left foot is right behind you. Yes, perfect. Left toes face kind of to the upper left-hand corner of your mat. Perfect, yes. Now think about taking a nice big inhale to pull your chest forward, and then exhale, lay that belly onto your thigh. Good job, you guys, beautiful. I always like to think that there's someone behind me with one of those elastic rubber bands, pulling my hips back as I'm pulling my chest forward. So there's like a polarity pulling away from each other there. So take another big breath here in pyramid pose. Exhale, release just a little bit more. On your next inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, step your left foot back, your right foot back for high plank pose. Hell yeah. From here, if you want to take a chaturanga, you're welcome to, or meet us in down dog. Inhale forward, exhale lower halfway or all the way. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, down dog. Woo! Yes, you got it, ladies. Take a breath here. Inhale, fill up. Big open mouth exhale. With your inhale, sweep your left heel up, 3-legged down dog. Heel is up, toes are down, perfect. Press evenly into both palms. Drop your left hip in line with your right. Put a little bend in your right knee. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, draw your left knee to your left elbow. Take one breath, try to lift your knee into your armpit. As you exhale, place your left foot between your hands. Release your right knee to the earth. Inhale, draw your fingertips up towards the ceiling. High lunge. Hell yeah. You can keep that right knee grounded into the mat if it's feeling good for you right here. If you want, you can lift that back right knee off of the mat for a nice high lunge, whatever feels good in your body here. Fingertips reach up, biceps in line with ears. Squeeze your glute to help neutralize that curvature in the low back. So think about taking your hip points and pointing them up towards your face. 90-degree bend in that front knee. Take a breath in this high lunge. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, prepare. As you exhale, drop your right heel to the earth. Hips open up to the right side of the mat. Arms come to a T, warrior two. Good. Really think about opening that knee up so you can see your big toe. If it doesn't feel right to be really deep in that front knee, back off just a little bit, whatever is right for you. Your back toes are pointing up towards the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Bring those shoulders back over your hips. Yes, take a big breath. Exhale, settle into this pose. I have a mudra I've always wanted to teach in this posture. Bring your thumb to your palm, your front hand. Bring your thumb to your palm. Bring your pinky to your palm. Bring your pointer finger to your palm and your ring finger to your palm. And then flip your palm towards your face. And now you're just giving the middle finger mudra, and I have so much rage in me that sometimes it's just nice to do that. So take another inhale here in warrior two. Exhale, settle. We're coming out of it. Inhale, turn to the side, open up, star pose, arms up, straighten those legs. Good. Exhale, come, toes out, heels in, come into, my gosh, goddess pose. So sinking those hips down in line with those knees. Option to drop your hands to your knees again if that felt right. I like making sure that my heels are underneath my knees, maybe even sometimes out a little bit far in front of them. Good. Hands can come to heart center. Take a breath here. Exhale, sink just an inch lower. Good. Inhale, reach back up, star pose, take up that space. Bring your, toes in, press your heels out. So instead of having your toes out, bring your toes in. As you exhale, reach forward, hinge at your waist, wide-legged forward fold. Fingertips come to rest on the mat. Again, take a couple breaths here. If you like that wide-legged downward facing dog, just walk your hands a few steps out in front of you, press into your palms, and ground those heels into the earth. Or maybe you just take a nice classic wide-legged forward fold. Grab for the outside edges of your ankles, pull your elbows to the outside edges of your mat, and then pull your chest between towards your thighs. Do what serves you here. Take a nice breath. Exhale, let go of something here. Release just a little bit deeper wherever you are. As you inhale, start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Inhale for a nice little halfway lift. Come up onto your fingertips. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your front left foot at the top of your mat. Pivot on your back right foot. On the inhale, take your right foot, step it up halfway, about 1.5 feet behind your front left foot for pyramid pose. Always option to come back up to a little halfway lift, flat back. Pull your left hip back, press your right hip forward. Your feet are in 2 separate lanes. As you exhale, draw your belly towards your thigh, a little bend in this front left knee. Hands can come to a block, hands can come to your shin. If you have like a chair in front of you, something like that, it can always help support you there. Wherever you are, find a little release. Allow the crown of your head to hang, the gaze go to behind you. And still that same concept as if someone had one of those workout bands roped around your thighs or your hips and they're pulling back away from you. Think about drawing that chest forward. Good. Take a couple breaths here, yogis. Beautiful postures. Release your gaze towards your toes. Allow the crown of your head to hang. Beautiful. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, plant your hands around your left foot. Step that right foot back, left foot back for high plank. Option for a chaturanga or to meet us in down dog. Inhale forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale for cobra, up dog. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Hell yes, ladies. Take a big breath here. You've deserved it. You earn everything. Big open mouth exhale. Now we're gonna flow one movement to one breath, okay? Take one more breath to prepare. Inhale, fill up. Big open mouth exhale. Good. Inhale, right heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, draw your knee up into your armpit. Exhale, step your right foot between your feet. Inhale, reach up, high lunge. Exhale, drop your back left heel, open up to warrior two. Inhale for star pose, reach up. Exhale, come down to goddess pose. Inhale, reach up for star pose, toes in, heels out. Exhale to wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your front right foot. With an inhale, walk to take that half step up. Fingertips to shins, take a nice inhale here. Exhale, release into pyramid pose. Good, one breath here, inhale, fill up. Exhale, release. Inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, step back, high plank, chaturanga or meet us in downward facing dog. Good, yogis, take a breath here, inhale, fill up. Big open mouth exhale. Left side, inhale, left heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, lift that knee into your armpit. Exhale, plant your hand between your feet. Plant your feet between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, right heel drops, open to warrior two. Inhale, come to star pose, toes out, heels in. Exhale, goddess pose. Hips drop. Good. Inhale, reach up. Toes in, heels out. Exhale, fold forward, reach forward, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, fingertips halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your left foot. Inhale, take a step with your right foot for pyramid pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop your chest towards your leg. Good. Inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, step your right foot, left foot back. Chaturanga or meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Fuck yeah, you got this. One more round each side and then we get to play a little bit and relax. Take a breath here. Inhale, fill up. Big open mouth exhale, let it go. Inhale, right heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step your right foot down, low lunge. Inhale, high. Oh, no, we messed up. I messed up. Come back down to down dog. Down dog, right leg, three-legged down dog. Good. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Give it a tap. Inhale, draw your knee into your armpit. Exhale, step your right foot down. Ha-ha. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two, open to a T. Inhale, reach up, take up space, star pose, toes out. Exhale, drop into goddess squat. Inhale, reach up, star pose, toes in, heels out. Exhale, fold forward, reach forward, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to mat. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your front right foot. Inhale, step your foot to the middle of the mat. Fingertips to shins. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, plant your hands. Exhale, step your left foot back and then your right. Chaturanga or meet us in down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Woo. One more side, ladies, you got this. Inhale, lift your heel, left heel high, three-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left knee into armpit. Exhale, place your left foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, open to warrior two. Inhale, reach up, take up space, star pose, toes out. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, reach up, star pose, toes in, heels out. Exhale, fold forward, reach forward, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands to frame your front left foot. Inhale, bring your right foot to step in the middle of the mat. Inhale, fingertips to shins, flat back. Exhale, release, pyramid pose. Inhale, plant your hands. Step your right foot back and then your left. Chaturanga or meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Woo! Hell yeah. Drop to your knees. Send your hips to one side. Your hips, find your way to your seat. So really quickly, I'm going to show you supine crow pose because that's our peak. So we're going to try it on our back and then we're going to try it on our hands. So we're going to do a super quick, mega fast ab workout. So we're on our seat, roll down onto your back, bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a little squeezy, and then exhale, release your shoulders down. Bring your hands and reach them up towards the ceiling. Palms are facing towards your feet. Good. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, bring your knees to the backs of your arms, like right by your elbows. So really lift your shoulders up, bring everything into a tiny ball. Knees press into the backs of your upper arms. Take an inhale. Release your shoulders, reach your arms up overhead. Relax just a little bit. Inhale, reach those arms back up towards the ceiling, lifting your shoulders off of the mat. Exhale, draw your knees towards the backs of your upper arms. Good, hold here. Your knees are pressing into the backs of your upper arms. Bend your elbows a little bit and flex your hands. You are in crow pose on your back. So you've already done it this class, no matter what. Take one more breath here and hold. Exhale, release feet and shoulders and head back to the mat. Rock your head from side to side, release that neck a little bit. Let's do that one more time and then we're gonna try it on our hands if it feels safe in your body. All right, knees come into your chest, feet off the floor. Arms come up, inhale, lift your shoulders off the mat. Press your knees into the backs of the upper arm, bend your elbows, flex your hands. You're in crow pose. Hold for one breath, take an inhale here. Stay for your exhale, whoo! Release down to the mat, feet, shoulders, head. Rock from side to side. That's my ab workout. That's just what crow pose is. And now we're gonna give it just a teeny tiny baby try. If it feels right to you, if you've done crow pose before and you wanna try it, let's do it. If you're interested in learning, I'm gonna workshop some stuff. If you have other inversions you like to play or arm balances you wanna do, please take them now. Otherwise, this is my intro to crow pose. So what you'll do is come to your feet into like a little forward fold. And this time, really bend your knees and really think about placing your belly onto your thighs. Like you wanna really think about compressing and sandwiching in between your thighs and your belly. And then you're gonna plant your hands, fingers really wide, underneath like a few inches in front of your knees. And then what you're gonna wanna do, just like when we came to put our knee into our armpit, you're going to slowly bend your arms and start to bring the backs of, or your knees to the backs of your arms, just like we were when we were laying on our back. So sometimes it's just a simple act of seeing how far you can get your knees up. Starting higher up into your armpit will be better. Pick a place 6 inches in front of your fingers to look at, and start to bring your shoulders over your fingers. And then you can think about lifting one foot up and then maybe the other. You want to think about those chaturanga arms making a nice little shelf for you. You feel like you can, looking at that spot right in front of you, lifting one foot up and then the other. A lot of the time it's just that, yes, Rebecca, yes. And if your knees don't really go all the way into your armpits, you can grab for the outsides. Yes, Addie, yeah, you got it. Look just a few more inches in front of your fingers, Addie. Hell yeah. Yes, hang time. And if you come forward, it's just going into like a little, there it is. I was doing that earlier. It's coming into a little roll off or into a little headstand. Just the big compression at the very beginning, making sure to really press your thigh into your chest, into your belly. Really get that first compression here. Bend huge at the knees. Place those knees into your armpits. Pick that place 6 inches in front of your fingers to look at. And then start lifting off. You guys have really strong crow poses, so good for you. Hell yeah, super proud of you. If you guys want to take one more, please do. And then if you want to, you can kind of start to play with like a jump back, something like that. Play for just one more lift off. And when you're ready, come on down to child's pose when you're done playing. This time, big toes to touch, knees as wide as feels comfortable, knees as wide as the mat. Walk your hands up to the top of the mat. Only when you're ready, done playing crow. Yay. So take your time, allow yourself to melt into your mat, child's pose. Knees can be wide or they can be underneath you. Walk your fingertips to the top of your mat. Melt your forehead into the ground. Maybe roll your third eye across the mat a little bit, rocking your forehead from side to side. Good freaking job today. You guys rocked it. I'm so proud and happy that you joined me. Take a couple breaths here, feeling into that low back, letting your neck release. Rebounding from all that fun we just had. When you're ready, start to bring your shoulders forward, send your legs out long behind you for Sphinx pose. So you're gonna bring your elbows underneath your shoulders, palms are pressing into the mat, hips are pressing into the mat, and tops of the feet are. Perfect. So here you're gonna lift up, look up, chest is gonna pull through just like how you prepare for pyramid pose. And as you exhale, draw your chin towards your chest, and then bring your gaze towards your navel, lifting your belly up just a little bit. And then as you inhale, come back up. Exhale, draw your chin towards your chest. Drop your head, gaze goes towards your hips. Feeling that space in the back of the neck. Roll through this 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest. Gaze goes to hips. Good, last one. Inhale for Sphinx. Exhale, chin to chest. Back under. Inhale, come back to that Sphinx pose. And then just drop one shoulder down and roll over to your back at the top of the mat. However you prefer, I feel like just flipping like a pancake works the best. Once you're here, bend your knees and draw your heels towards your hips. And to prepare for bridge pose, start to wedge your shoulders or start to shimmy your shoulders underneath your chest so you feel like your chest is propped up a little bit. Once you feel like you have a little bit of a base underneath you, inhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Your palms can press into the mat underneath you, or you can even reach and grab the edges of your yoga mat. Wherever you are, bring your knees in towards center. Don't over push, just a nice hip lift towards the ceiling. Make it a little bit more gentle. Take a breath here. And then as you exhale, release your shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back, and tailbone back to the mat. I'm gonna do a couple of those. So Inhale, lift your hips up, slow roll up to bridge pose. Press those hips up, pull your knees into center. Exhale, release your shoulders, upper back, lower back, and tailbone. From here, bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a nice big squeeze. And as you exhale, let your left leg go long, keep your foot flexed, pressing through your heel. Release your shoulders down and keep your right knee into your chest. So with your right knee into your chest, take a big inhale, roll it out to the outside right of your body, and then up into your right armpit. Really hug it up high in there. And as you exhale, draw your right knee over to the left side of your body, and then stack your right hip on top of your left for a supine twist. Shoulders still stay connected into the mat, gaze goes above you. Arms can come out to a T as your right knee is draped over the left side of your body. Incorporating that twist into your neck, you can gaze down your right arm. Take a moment here to allow this nice gentle twist to massage your inside organs. Start to go back and to recount this class and how badass you are for hitting crow pose, how badass you are for showing up for yourself and holding space for yourself, just how badass it is to do yoga. Take one more nice deep breath here, fill up your belly. As you exhale, let your right knee come back to the right side of your body. Good. Inhale with your right arm, reach to the inside arch of your right foot for a half happy baby. So instead of full happy baby, we just have our right knee bent, pulling down into the sole of our foot as we push up into the palm of our hand. Really think about pulling that spine and that low back nice and long and really pressing it into the mat. Take a nice deep breath here. Stay for your exhale. On your inhale, release your foot. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. As you exhale, release that right leg long. Flex your toes towards your shins. Press through your heel. Release your shoulders to the mat. Take an inhale. Bring your left knee out and around into your left armpit. Give it a squeeze. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, drape your left knee to the right side of your body, stacking your right hip underneath your left hip. Shoulders stay pressed into the mat. Arms can come out to a T. If you want to pull this twist into your neck, your gaze can go long down your left arm. Again, nice and gentle here. Start to bring that awareness back to your breath if your mind has started wandering. Wandering thoughts are always okay. Just come back to those inhales and those exhales. Take another big inhale in here. And as you exhale, let your left knee fall to the left side of your body. Good. Inhale, reach up, grab the inside arch of your left foot with your left hand. Pull down and kick up into your hand with equal pressure. Really have that low back pressed into the mat. Press your hips down. Feel the stretch right there in those hips. Tap into your body and see if anything's coming up for you, where you're feeling it in your body and what that feels like to you. Take another big breath, fill up. Stay for your exhale. Good. Inhale, draw your knees to your chest. Exhale, let your shoulders fall down. Now reach into both arches for a full happy baby. Option here to stay with that stillness and really press that low back into the mat, or option to rock side to side to massage the sides of your spine. Option to kick into one foot and straighten one leg. Kick straight into the other. Take a couple breaths here. One more big breath here and happy baby. And as you exhale, let your feet find the mat again underneath you. Option for one more restorative posture before going into Shavasana. If you're done with me and you want Shavasana, please take it now. Take whatever makes you feel comfortable. I love doing fish before the end of every class. So if you want to join me for fish, please come up onto your elbows and start to walk your fingertips underneath your seat. And so you're sitting almost on the backs of your hands as your palms press into the mat below you. Just like in bridge, you want to shimmy your shoulders underneath your chest so you feel really lifted in your chest. My elbows are really close together. So inhale, walk your seat just a little bit more. And as you exhale, allow the crown of your head to find the floor behind you. Grounding the crown of your head and the bottom of your buns into the ground. Legs can go long, pressing through your toes. If you like to use blocks here, you're welcome to do so. Take a couple breaths here. Nice and controlled. Inhales in. Big exhales out. When Shavasana comes calling, please take it. If you are in fish, take one more big, giant inhale. Feel grounded down as you exhale. Slowly walking yourself out of fish, lifting your head up, sliding your buns off of your hands. I like to bring myself into one more tiny little ball. Inhale, pull your knees in, and then make fists, squeeze your toes, squeeze all the muscles in your face, squeeze your abs, squeeze every muscle you have control over. Take a big inhale here. And as you exhale, release every single muscle, every single place of holding into a long body Shavasana. Allow yourself to take up space. Toes fall to the outside edges of your mat. If it feels safe, I invite you to close your eyes here, yogis. Allow yourself to let go of any holding. Allow yourself to make space to rebound from your asana, your physical practice here today. Be proud of every damn thing you did because it was definitely worth something. Take a moment to scan your body. Take a moment to start at the soles of your feet. Bring your awareness through your whole foot, your toes and your ankle, your calf as it presses into the mat. Bring your awareness up to your knees, into your thighs and your hamstrings. Take a big breath in, fill up. Exhale, let go of any holding muscles. Bring your awareness back to your hips and your glutes as they press into the mat below you. Bring your awareness into the fronts of your hips, into your belly, into your low back. Take a big breath in, feel the expansion in your low back. Exhale, release something here. Bring your awareness through your belly and your internal organs, into your ribs, your lungs, your heart, your shoulders, your chest as it rises and it falls with your inhales and exhales. Take a big breath in through your nose, fill up your belly. Exhale, let it go. Bring that awareness through your shoulders, your collarbones, your arms, your hands. Bring your awareness to your throat, your neck. Bring your awareness to your jaw and your mouth. Unclench your jaw and release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Bring your awareness to your eyes, and if you're squinting or forcing them shut. Bring your awareness to the back of your head as it rests on the mat. And now bring your awareness to the very crown of your head, maybe even like a couple inches right above it. Take a big inhale in here and a nice gentle exhale. You guys did such a great job. If you are in Shavasana and you are here for this pose, I invite you to stay exactly where you are as I close out class. If you are feeling like you're a little ready to move on, you got something to do tonight, just start to bring your attention back to your inhales and exhales, rocking your head from side to side, wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. And again, if you're in Shavasana and you want to stay, please do. If you're ready to move on from those little movements to big movements, anything that makes you feel like you're waking up, take those movements, long body stretches, rocking your head from side to side. Invite in whatever feels natural to you. Taking your time, because there's absolutely no rush at any point as I move you out of this Shavasana. Stay for as long as you want, anywhere you want. That feels good. When you're feeling ready, pressing yourself over into a fetal position, bringing your bicep underneath your head as a pillow and your knees into your chest, picking your favorite side. Being gentle here. Offering to keep those eyes closed or keep them heavy if it feels right and safe. Take a breath here if you are in fetal position, honoring the end of your asana practice and getting ready to take this yoga off the mat with self-love, taking it with you. From fetal position, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat on your mat. If you are in Shavasana, you're perfect, stay right there. If you are in fetal position, stay right there. If you are seated, take a nice inhale, reach your arms up overhead, fingertips reach up, biceps by ears. Palms connect as you exhale, draw hands to heart center, press your thumbs into your sternum. Take a nice breath here. Exhale, bow forward. We honor all the work that we put in here today. Good job, yogis. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me for class today. Take your time if you are still relaxing, Shavasanaing by that beautiful fireplace, stay for a little bit longer. Thank you so much, Rebecca. I appreciate you for coming to class. Let me know if you have any questions. If you guys need anything, message me. Again, thanks for supporting me through this teacher training. I appreciate you guys. See ya.